Long ago, you brought your gold to the bank. In return, you received a paper note. Your gold is stored with us. Then, they started printing more notes than there was real gold. And soon, the gold disappeared from circulation. Only paper remained. And now, paper money is printed without limit. But they didn't stop there. Here is another trick to make you a debtor. When you deposit 10,000 into the bank, do you think they keep it safe? No. The bank keeps only 1,000. And the rest, they lend out immediately, with interest. Watch this.
As it turns out, banks issue loans that are 9 times larger than the money actually kept in their vaults. This is possible because of something called fractional reserve banking. You see, the Federal Reserve System, or the central bank of any country, has the legal right to set the reserve requirements for banks. In the United States, this is currently around 10%. So if you deposit $10,000 into a bank, the bank keeps only about 1,000, and then uses the rest to issue new loans. Let's say another customer walks in and asks for a $9,000 car loan. At that moment, the bank gives him $9,000 out of your deposit. Your money is no longer sitting in the account. Then that money goes to the car seller, who deposits it into another bank, which is still part of the same central banking system. Now that $9,000 is treated as a brand new deposit, and the process repeats over and over again. Money keeps being deposited and then loaned out again until the original deposit of $10,000 turns into $100,000. The banking system just created $90,000 by lending out your money.
Banks act like counterfeiters. They draw numbers in a database and call it money. In the past, counterfeiters were executed. Today, they are given licenses, and everything is legal with the permission of your country's central bank. Banks are the only institutions allowed to counterfeit money. Officially, from every real 1,000, they create 9,000 more. They call it money, and they lend it out to people like you, even though that money does not physically exist. Whoever takes these loans always spends them, and through armored cars and cash collection, the money flows back to the bank, where it is lent out again with new interest. This is the digital cycle of debt. The same banknote turned into new debt 10 times over. When you once deposited your money, your salary, for example, you never knew you had just allowed someone else's debt to be created. And then, debt upon debt. This is how the money multiplier works. Like a printer, not printing banknotes, but debt obligations. Numbers written down, turning into your debt. And it works only because everyone believes in the reality of money. Money created out of thin air. The system prints it itself, backed by nothing, and multiplies it again on its computers. And you, as always, pay for it with your real life. With your time, your labor, and your health. For virtual digits, created in 3 seconds, their money is a promise you never gave, but one you must work off and repay in full. You are a hostage of the banking system, and as long as you are inside it, you control nothing. Their money is a plan to turn your labor into the endless payment of someone else's debt, collaborators, and if you accept it all, then everything is going exactly according to plan.